Have you ever looked at someone and thought, they're too old to start again? Or maybe you've looked in the mirror and whispered those words to yourself. I'm too old. Too old to learn something new. Too old to follow a dream. Too old to change my life. But what if age has never been the real problem? What if the only thing standing between you and the life you've always wanted is one decision? Today's story is about a man who believed his best years were behind him, until one unexpected moment changed everything. Welcome to IQ English Podcast. I'm Mary. And this is It's Never Too Late. For 37 years, Michael woke up at exactly 5 o'clock every morning. The alarm rang. Coffee. Same blue work jacket. Same old boots. Same bicycle. Same road. Same factory. Every day looked exactly like the one before. The factory wasn't exciting. It wasn't glamorous. But it paid the bills. It gave him a routine. It gave him security. And after a while, security became more important than dreams. When Michael was young, he wanted to become an artist. He loved painting. He could spend hours sitting beside a lake, trying to capture the colors of the sky. His teachers believed in him. His friends admired his drawings. Even strangers stopped to look at his paintings during school exhibitions. One teacher once told him, "Michael, one day your paintings could hang inside famous galleries." Michael smiled. He believed it. Back then, anything seemed possible. Then life happened. His father became ill. Money became tight. University was no longer an option. Instead of buying paint, he bought groceries. Instead of studying art, he started working. At first, he told himself, just for 1 year. 1 year became 5. 5 became 10. 10 became 20. Before he realized it, 37 years had passed. His dream slowly disappeared. Not because he stopped loving it, but because he stopped believing there was still time. One cold Monday morning, something unusual happened. The factory manager called everyone together. No one smiled. No one spoke. The room felt heavy. The manager cleared his throat. I wish I had better news. The workers looked at one another. The factory is closing. Silence. Complete silence. Some people cried. Others stared at the floor. Michael didn't move. He simply stood there, as if his body refused to believe what his ears had just heard. 37 years. Gone in less than 2 minutes. That evening, Michael sat alone in his kitchen. The house was unusually quiet. The clock ticked slowly on the wall. He looked around. The same table. The same old chair. The same family photographs. His wife had passed away 5 years earlier. His children lived in different cities. For the first time in decades, the house didn't feel like home. It felt empty. He quietly whispered to himself, "What do I do now?" No answer came. Only silence. The following weeks were difficult. Michael searched for work. Every interview ended the same way. "We're looking for someone younger. We appreciate your experience, but we're moving in a different direction." One employer didn't even read his resume. He looked at Michael, looked at his age, and politely smiled. "I'm sorry." Michael walked back home in the rain. Every step felt heavier. Maybe they were right. Maybe 58 really was too late. One Saturday afternoon, his 8-year-old granddaughter, Emma, came to visit. She loved asking questions. Sometimes, too many questions. She sat beside her grandfather on the sofa. "Grandpa?" "Yes." "Are you sad?" Michael smiled softly. "A little." Emma looked at him carefully. Then she asked, "If you could do absolutely anything in the whole world, what would you choose?" Michael laughed quietly. "No one's asked me that for a very long time." Emma waited. He looked out of the window. His eyes became distant, almost as if he were looking back through time. Finally, he answered, "I think I'd paint." Emma's face lit up. "You mean pictures?" Michael nodded. "I always wanted to become an artist." Emma looked surprised. "Then why didn't you?" Michael didn't know how to answer. Because life happened? Because he was afraid? Because years passed too quickly? Instead, he simply said, "I thought it was too late." Emma frowned. Children have a beautiful way of seeing the world. She smiled and said, "But Grandpa, tomorrow isn't late." Michael looked at her. Those 3 simple words echoed inside his mind. Tomorrow isn't late. He didn't sleep much that night. Because for the first time in nearly 40 years, he wasn't thinking about what he had lost. He was thinking about what might still be possible. End of part 1. To be continued. Thank you for listening to IQ English Podcast. If today's story inspired you, share it with someone who needs encouragement. And remember, keep learning, keep growing, keep believing. Because one decision can change everything.